Hello, foodie fans. Welcome to the Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. I'm your host, Sal Conca. This show supports restaurants, chefs, and food pioneers with your help. Head to bigfoodtalk.com to make your donation today, or check out our fun apparel line with proceeds going directly to participating restaurants. Special thanks to the Long Island Food Council, Dine LI Facebook group, and Yelp Long Island for supporting this episode. Today, I'm speaking with Joe and Javier at Popeis Clam Bar in Bethpage, New York. A neighborhood favorite for over 37 years, cooking up big flavor from their menu that includes pasta, seafood, steak, ribs, and more. Joe and Javier have been doing their best to keep their customers happy and give back to the community during these challenging times. Let's hear their story. Hey Joe, hey Javier, welcome to the Big Food Talk. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about Popeyes, local staple in Bethpage for over 30 years. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, very well. How about yourself? Thank you for having us.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be in your show. We have been seeing you doing a lot of things, especially growing up. I saw the first episode, second, third, and you being, having a lot of restaurants participating with you. So it's very interesting, and we're really happy to be part of this.
You got it. Yeah, I've seen everything you guys are doing as well. You guys are still keeping the wheels in motion, keeping things going through these tough times. And, one of the keys to success and in your success, you've been around for over 30 years. Joe, when did you take over in the business, and what's the family history there? How did Popeyes get started?
Yeah, we originated. I'm sure you aware with the Nassau County Farmers Market.
Sure.
We originated in there. It was my mother and my uncle. They started the little clam bar in there. And then when the market closed down, I believe that was '83, right around that time there, we moved to where we are now on Wanter Avenue. It was actually a children's clothing store. And we made that into a little pop-up clam bar pretty much. That's, like I said, about 38 years ago. And over time, we've kind of evolved into, pretty much a nice casual sit-down seafood restaurant with steaks, chops, ribs, all the good stuff.
I know you guys are truly a neighborhood favorite. I can't remember growing up. I grew up down the block. I can't really ever remember a time where that parking lot, because it's tight, it was always packed. Then you guys started offering valet service a number of years ago, which was
Yeah.
great.
Yep. Yeah, the parking gets a little crazy. We got the valet, but it works.
I
It
know.
works.
I know. And what's great about you guys, you're a real family friendly establishment, I feel like, and the menu is enormous. What is it about Popeyes and your guys' like style and how do you guys run the restaurant to make it so family friendly and things like that?
Listen, we welcome everybody. There's nothing I like more than to walk around, see a table with, mother, father, or husband, wife, whatever, and the kids, grandparents, and everybody's got something they like in front of them. So the kids can have a hot dog if they want. They can have a hot dog, they can have filet mignon, they can have a nice piece of salmon. I pretty much got something for everybody. That's what I wanted to try to create. This way, it's not like, oh, I want to go to Popeyes, but I don't like seafood, or I pretty much try to make something up for everybody. We make everything fresh. We could change ingredients. We could add ingredients. So I can pretty much if I have the ingredients, I can make anything they want. And that's pretty much how I've been living these past 30 years doing this.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And do you have a rich history in food other than Popeyes? I mean, do you have any culinary background? Do you get your hands dirty in the kitchen, or, do you just love running the front of the house? What's your background, Joe?
Yeah, I'm definitely hands-on without a doubt. I grew up in the business. I mean, I remember doing this since I was in elementary school. I was in 7th or 8th grade and I was cooking on the line. I remember helping them out. So I didn't go to actual school for it. I did a business associate, but I was, like I said, brought up in the business and pretty much learned hands-on, worked my way up from, I did every position there was, dishwasher to everything in the front of the house to everything in the back of the house. So hands-on experience pretty much.
And that's great. I mean, that's how a lot of family-run businesses are. And Javier, I know you're the manager of Popeyes. When did you come on board? How long have you been part of the Popeyes family?
I met Joe probably September, right, Joe? We talked for about a month, and the way I ended up is just a casual because I saw an ad for a Popeyes seafood restaurant. It wasn't even I didn't even know about Popeyes or anything about the history or the restaurant. I did not know anything about it until I got there. I was like, this restaurant was actually here. It was like really, really surprising. I was like getting to meet the people, getting to meet the staff. It was amazing. And right from the get-go, I think Joe and I, we knew it's like we were supposed to be, joining forces together. And that's how we got there. My background, well, I've been doing like working in the hospitality industry for over 24 years since I was little. I have my associates, my bachelor's. I did all that stuff, and I've been doing a lot of as far as technical, all what is schoolwork and all that. So that's one of the reasons and I fit really, really well with Joe, and we complement each other on everything and all the way, every single step.
That's
Absolutely.
That's great. I mean, that's always the best is like when you have a partner that you work with and things, that you have those complementary skill sets, right? Like everybody does what they do best, and that's what makes things
Yeah.
successful. So let's talk about the seafood. You guys got to be getting it fresh. How many times a week are you getting deliveries? Where are you getting your seafood from? Are you utilizing local fishermen and resources?
Yeah, I utilize anything I can locally. Obviously, I've been working with my baymen, my local baymen. They're out of Oyster Bay area, all over there. And I mean, I've started with a father-son team. The father started it. Now the son has taken over. So clams, oysters. What else? Clams, oysters. Mussels are PEIs. Those are the rope-grown PEIs. So obviously not them, but anything local that I could get, I will get that before I will have to go out of state or somewhere else. Pretty much that. But all the shellfish, 7 days a week. My clam diggers, that they go out. If I bring them in 7 days, usually they'll bring me a couple bags a day, depending on how much we use. So it's not like it's sitting there, right from the water, right to us, right onto the plate.
That's awesome. I'm a filmmaker, so I would love to get that story. I would love to film from how it goes from the clam diggers to getting on somebody's plate in your restaurant, man. That would be cool to show that journey.
The Baymen have actually done some documentaries that we've been on with
Awesome.
that. So that's what steamers. That's what I was missing. The Long Island steamers.
Yeah,
so
those
they
are the
dig
best.
them all and bring it to us. Yes.
Beautiful.
And then
beautiful.
and then drinks. I gotta mention my drinks. Javier is my chief mixologist over there. That guy could put together a drink like you can't believe.
Yes, that's one of the things that we focus on. We change all our beverage system we have in there, so we completely redo our menu and all that. Wines, spirits, and cocktails. We redo the whole entire menu. So that's what's been kicking it since I got there, and it's everybody enjoyed it. Everybody loved it. So that's one of the main things that now is like we were working on, and it was really a good hit. Every single aspect, it was a really good hit. So that will help more now. You have a drink, you have your favorite drink, your favorite food, you made another drink, and then everybody loved that. So that's
Awesome wines, great wine menu you put together.
Yep, that was awesome, really good.
Yeah, and I've seen on social media, if you follow Popeyes on Facebook or Instagram, I've seen the videos you guys are doing, showing the cocktails lined up, the new cocktail menu that you guys have for takeout and delivery. And it's really great that in New York, I mean, pretty much everywhere that we're able to get cocktails on the go. I know that's helping keep you guys, afloat and keep the business, cash revenue flowing. Because without the alcohol and booze sales, it's really tough going. How big is the staff at Popeyes before all this?
Before all this?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, yeah, we have 15. We have probably about 40, 45 employees.
Right. And so now after,
that,
now that we hit COVID and things had to change, how many are you operating with today?
Cut in half.
Yeah, even less than half. So we're probably going, let's see, between 4 or 5. I say we got about 12 to 15 staff members.
Depending on the day,
Yeah, rotation in and out. We got to put the social distancing and everything.
We really have to be careful, especially. So that's why it's very tough in the kitchen, especially with takeouts and all that. So time is of the essence. A lot of people request, oh, can I have it this time, at this time? And it's very difficult to do, pre-orders at certain times, especially when you are limited on staff. So we try to come and pick it up in 20 minutes, 30 minutes stuff.
Yeah. I know. And I think that's something that the customers, they're starting to understand, but I still don't think they really grasp what it's like to be in that kitchen setting when, these orders come flooding through from takeout. I mean, we know, like at
Yes.
my house, when I'm ordering, I know I'm calling at least an hour ahead at this point, and I pretty
Yeah.
much do curbside pickup because I know that's going to be easier for the restaurant than waiting for delivery. And,
Yeah.
where you guys are used to rolling out, you get a cocktail first, then you get an
Yeah.
appetizer. Now you're giving everybody the entire meal all at
It,
once too.
all at once. Yeah. It's great. My, best analogy I always say, it's like having your restaurant with endless seating with the phone calls coming in. The kitchen is capable of only getting so much out at one point. But when those phones just keep ringing and ringing, it's like having a restaurant it's just endless seating. Thousands of tables you could have if you want to put it that way. And
Yeah.
that's when you start getting a little crazy.
Yeah, that's where everybody actually gets a little frustrated because we actually have to shut down the line so we can catch up all the orders, and then after a while, like putting back on. So a lot of people get frustrated
Yeah.
on that aspect because they have to wait, but it's so worth the wait. Believe me, guys.
Oh
Really,
yeah.
And we're
the
very grateful, and we
time,
want to thank everybody out there for
of
that as well.
course,
Thank you very much for your support.
it's very tough. It's very tough. Out there, and we do our best, and most of all we want to give you guys the best, and we try to be careful in every single aspect, and that's what we care about, everybody and us and everyone. So
I know. We know you guys are doing a great job, but I know you guys also have you're talking about creating menu items for everybody. You guys have an enormous menu, right? It's enormous. And it's a scary thing for a restaurant because, you see a lot of restaurants today, they're scaling back the menus. So how do
Yeah.
you guys face that with such an enormous menu, being able to crank out the food? Are you limiting menu options today, or are you still carrying the full menu?
In the beginning, I came up with some like Facebook promotions. In the beginning, I was only assuming this was going to go on, 2 weeks maybe. But as time has gone on, we cut the menu back. But as time has been going on, slowly and surely, I've been adding back more and more item menus. So I'm pretty much, I'd say about 90% at full menu capacity from where I was. So I probably topped it down to about half. Now I'm back up to about 90.
When people are looking at the menu, because sometimes it's hard, like you go, oh, geez, I don't know what to order. What are your big sellers? What are people ordering? What's your top sellers at Popeyes?
We see the broiled combination, which is a stuffed flounder, shrimp, scallops. You get a baked clam, a stuffed mushroom, and a shrimp stuffed with crab meat. That's definitely a number one seller. It's a little, you get a little of everything on that.
exactly.
Our calamari, right? Calamari, Javi, the Thai
The
calamari.
Thai calamari, they love crab legs, of course.
Yeah,
King crab legs, they love that.
yeah.
That's also
Crab legs are still flying. Lobsters are
the
going out
lobster
like
fry,
crazy.
they're really, really good now. They're enjoying. Everybody enjoys that, so it's very, very good on that one. They love it.
Yeah, and I think you guys, as the warmer weather hits, right? I mean, seafood always gets a benefit from the warmer weather. People want it, and I think it could be interesting if you guys could put together some specials where people could just order what they want, bring them down to the beach, give them like a beach picnic basket, and they could get their lobster bake to go and be on their way. It'd be pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we actually got pictures recently. The people that posted at the beach, at the park with the Popeyes. You saw those pictures, Joe? I saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw. Yeah, yep.
We just
Yeah,
go. We
at
went
the
to the
beach.
park. Here's the pictures.
Those were lobsters.
That was a lot. Yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
guys. So I know you're also known for your big portions. What's the biggest portion on your menu? What's like if you're really looking to chow down? What are people ordering to really chow down?
A lot of our dishes, believe it or not, they normally come out in half trays. So
Yeah.
it's you'll order the famous saying, the zuppa de pesh. Ours is called the seafood works, and
Hmm.
that comes out in a half tray: mussels, clams, calamari, squigili, shrimp, scallops, all over pasta, red sauce or garlic and oil broth, and that's a half tray. A lot of our dishes, our mussels are served in half trays.
Yes.
So there's nothing small when it comes to Popeyes.
That's
Nothing.
awesome.
Yeah, we got nice steaks and the ribs all coming out in half trays, corn on the cob, side vegetables. So you're not gonna go hungry. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, are there menu items that customers are surprised to see if they've come in there for the first time? Like they're like, "Oh, I thought I was getting seafood," and then they see baby back ribs. I mean, is that just
Yeah, we definitely surprise them. That we a lot of times they'll tell us, "Oh, you should be a steakhouse," kidding around with us. They are happy. We do a very nice quality on the steaks and the ribs and even the pork chops. So we're well known for a variety of items, which is a good thing.
absolutely? And so, we know through this time, like we talked about already, reduction of staff, all those sorts of things. But then there's been a lot of giving back in the community. How has Popeyes, been using its resources and things like that to help frontline workers, or who have you partnered with to be able to make donations? Is there anything in particular that stands out?
What we planned out on that is like, if anybody needed a help, come and reach us, and we went to, we do our best to help them out. We had
Diane Long Island one.
yeah, Dine In Long Island. That's one of the ones that came to us, and we did our donation. We triple it, and we send it out to Manhasset Hospital.
Maternity ward.
Maternity
right?
ward.
Yeah.
That one there. We also did a couple for firehouses, and some families in need. Also, they went there. Also, we send them out. Like 3 families, we send them out. And that pretty much those meals that were very, very large. Yeah.
So we're all in this together. So a lot of times, if you follow my Facebook feeds there, you'll see at the bottom, I always write, nobody goes hungry. If anybody's ever in need, please, contact Joe at PopeisBethpage.com, and we're more than happy to help out. And we've done that quite a few times.
Yes, and we are there to support each other, and that's the only best way to do it. Just support each other. That's all.
We're all in this together, and we're all going to get through this together.
Absolutely, guys. It's just a beautiful sentiment, and I've been saying it a bunch of times in the show already that, if anything that comes out of all this is going to be the humility that we have and the closest to community that we're all going to feel again, because I feel like we lost some of that before, and separated. Social media, all that stuff is great, but we got to remember to be tight-knit within our communities and remember who is important, that's close to us. Know your neighbors, know who needs help, all those sorts of things.
Correct. 100%, definitely.
So, yeah, I love what you guys are doing there. Is there anything else you guys want to share with the audience before we kind of wrap things up? Anything they should know about Popeyes and its history and its food?
Listen, I think we covered it all here. Like I said, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. Means a lot, everything with all the support that everybody's been doing, coming in, placing their orders, all the positive and the great feedback that's come through the social media, about us. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all your help and your support. We're all going to get through this together, and God bless.
Yes, at the same time, we would like to say thank you again, and thank you for your support. And it's great to see you guys. And please have patience on that aspect. When it comes to ordering, there's a lot of frustration sometimes when you try to keep making those calls. Hang on there. We're going to get to you. We're going to get your orders in. We're going to get you fed. Believe me, we're going to do our best to get that. And we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And we're here to support you. And we thank you again.
Thank you, guys. You guys are an awesome team. I love what you're doing at Popeyes. I love the food. You guys have been a staple in the community in Bethpage for a long, long time, and that there's a reason for that. And I wish you nothing but continued success in the future. And I know we'll keep in touch, guys. Be well.
Same to you, Sal. Have a good one. Stay safe. Be well.
Thanks for tuning in to the Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. Subscribe on iTunes and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes takes, or watch complete episodes on YouTube. Don't forget to make a donation at bigfoodtalk.com.